Let's find the equation that would produce this graph of an exponential function. So because it looks like an exponential graph, it's going to fit into this y equals a times b to the x power sort of formatting. With this, the first thing we want to do is we want to identify that we have a horizontal asymptote. So if we go off to the left-hand side, it looks like we're getting closer and closer to a y value of 3, which means we'll have a horizontal asymptote going across here at 3. Let's go ahead and add 3 to the entire function to account for this horizontal asymptote being at 3, meaning the original graph has been moved up 3 units. Now we don't know either A or B at this point, so the first thing I'm going to look for is where is our y-intercept. If we can identify that, it's going to be the easiest, most positive thing we can do. So it looks like our y-intercept is right here. The y-intercept is at the ordered pair 0, 2. So that corresponds with an x value of 0, goes with a y value of 2. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace y with 2 and x with 0. Now why I like to go ahead and pick out the y-intercept is because x is up in the exponent. And I know that whenever we raise something to the 0 power, it's the same thing as 1. So really our equation becomes y equals a times 1, which is just a, plus 3. This gives us an equation where we only have the one unknown, the a, and it should be pretty easy to solve for by just moving the 3 to the other side. So subtract 3, we get negative 1 is going to be our value for a. From here, let's go replace that back into this original function. So this will give us y equals negative 1 times b to the x power plus 3. So we're almost there, but we're still missing a value for b. So let's find one additional point that we're really confident is also on our graph. In this case, I think we should go with this ordered pair 1, 1. Again, that's an x value and a y value that go together. So we're going to replace our y with 1 and our x also with 1. But that's not too bad because b to the first power is just b. So really our equation is 1 equals negative b plus 3. Solving this down shouldn't be too bad. Next thing I'll go ahead and do is subtract the 3, move it to the other side. So this will give us 1 minus 3 makes negative 2 is negative b. And to get b on one side all by itself, to get rid of the negative, we can either multiply or divide both sides by negative 1. Because two negatives multiply and make a positive. Over on the other side, also two negatives multiply and make a positive. All right, we'll take this value for b, go back up here, replace it in, and our final answer is going to be y equals negative 1 times 2 to the x power plus 3. So this function will produce that equation, or this function will produce that graph that we originally started with. Hope this helps out as you're working on going from graphs of exponential functions and finding their equations or functions that make those.